Hello, and welcome to Mellow Moon Studios, where stories drift like clouds and dreams gently arrive like morning mail. Tonight's story is about a woman named Caroline, a calm and kind-hearted postal worker who sails across the sea each day to deliver letters, parcels, and sometimes the tiniest bits of magic to the quiet residents of Perro Island. So close your eyes, settle into your pillows, and let Caroline's journey carry you across the water into the misty unknown.
Caroline had always loved quiet places. That's why she took the post job in a sleepy coastal town that sat across from Perro Island, a green, pine-covered isle that looked like a sleeping dog from the mainland shore. Each morning, just after sunrise, she packed her canvas mailbag, tugged on her windbreaker, and set out to the small wooden dock where her boat, the Luna Belle, bobbed gently in the tide. The journey to Perro Island was only 20 minutes, but Caroline always stretched it to 30. The sea had a language of its own. Soft gull cries, the lap of waves, the hush of wind in the sails. Some mornings, seals followed her boat. Other days, fog swallowed the water whole, and she relied on instinct and habit alone. Perro Island had no cars, just paths of sand and stone. The islanders, only about 24 of them, liked it that way. There was Mrs. Winthrop, who baked raisin cakes and sent thank you notes to everyone. Old Mr. Shaw, who carved driftwood animals. The twins, Jude and Junie, who left drawings in their mailbox for Caroline to find. But one morning, something was different. The sky was lavender, not blue. The water shimmered like glass. And when Caroline reached the island shore, the air was oddly still. No birds, no crunch of gravel. Even the wind paused to listen. She stepped off the Luna Belle, mailbag slung across her shoulder, and noticed something strange. The path was no longer there. Where once lay the sandy trail leading to the village, now stood a thick wall of fog, swirling and pulsing gently, like it was breathing. Caroline hesitated. Then, with a deep breath, she stepped forward. The mist wrapped around her like a damp shawl. It was cool, but not cold. The kind of cool that tells you change is coming. As she walked, strange things began to happen. A small green envelope wriggled free from her bag and flapped like a butterfly before flying off into the trees. A glowing mushroom popped up under her boot. A cat, silver-furred with moss on its back, trotted beside her, meowing in a language she didn't know, but somehow understood. She kept walking past the place where the bakery usually been. Instead, there was a tall willow tree that whispered names she recognized. Mrs. Winthrop, Jude, Junie. The tree wasn't speaking exactly, more like dreaming out loud. Soon she found a cottage where Mr. Shaw usually carved. But today a door opened where no door had been, and a spiral staircase led down into the ground. She didn't take it, not yet. Instead, she followed the silver cat, who pawed at a curious red envelope sticking out from behind a bush. It had her name on it, Caroline, in handwriting that looked familiar. She opened it slowly. Inside there was a single sentence. Not all deliveries are letters. Some are moments meant to find you. She blinked, and suddenly it was snowing. Not cold snow, warm snow if you can imagine it. Soft flakes that turned to music when they touched her skin. Distant chimes, faint lullabies, whispers of memory. And then she saw them, the villagers, not frightened, not missing, just changed. Mrs. Winthrop floated by in a boat made of tea leaves. Jude and Junie danced across lily pads that rose from the ground like stepping stones. Even Mr. Shaw was there, building a tower of starlight. They waved at her, and when she waved back, they smiled as if to say, "You're doing just fine." The silver cat rubbed against her leg, then leapt into the mist, vanishing into a swirl of petals. Caroline closed the letter, and just like that, everything softened. The fog lifted, the paths returned, the island was the same and not the same. She finished her mail run in a daze, but it was a good daze, a calm one. Each house welcomed her like an old friend. Each mailbox hummed a note as she slipped in a letter. When she got back to the dock, the Luna Bell was waiting. She climbed in, her mailbag now empty, her heart strangely full. As she sailed back across the sea, the sun dipped low, casting a trail of gold on the waves. And far behind her, Perro Island glowed. It had always been magical, she thought, but maybe it had finally decided to show her.
Thank you for joining us tonight at Mellow Moon Studios. May your dreams be kind, your heart be light, and may you always find magic, even on the most ordinary of days. Good night.